Warning: the following playthrough contains violence, gore, and an insane amount of monster tease. Seriously, there's tons of them. Viewer discretion is advised. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Hey guys, it's Danish here, and of course new playthrough, like I said, God of War 3. Out of all of the God of War games, this is easily my favourite. Close second being Ghost of Sparta, then Ascension. I have played through Ascension, I've beaten Ascension, I've done the multiplayer. Though I was initially disappointed, stupid controller, I was initially disappointed with it. It is a really good game. I was just a little bit disappointed, it was a bit hyped up a bit too much. But enough of that shit. Hang on, let's just make sure I've got the right costume. Yeah, Kratos. So, would you be, surprisingly, because I had the PSP way before the PS3, but I was lucky to have the code for Demos in there, and I was lucky enough to get the Demos skin. I was lucky enough to renew it before the code expired. It expired at the end of last year. So basically, from the beginning of 2013 onwards, Demos is now unavailable. So I'm not sure if I should consider myself lucky or not, because it's very difficult to play with Demos. I have seen someone beat the game with Demos. Kudos to them. But enough of that shit, let's get on with this.
My vengeance ends now. My brothers, we were forged in victory. A victory that ended the Great War and brought forth the reign of Mount Olympus. Born from the depths of the underworld, rooted in the river of souls, our mountain emerged out of the chaos. As it grew, so too did the might of the Olympians. He created a world of peace, a world of prosperity, a world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. Now, on this day, that power is to be tested. The mortal Kratos seeks to destroy all that I have wrought. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail. Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus! The Titans will fail again!
I played through this level, part of the game, so much, I'm starting to get sick of it. I must admit, this is the only... It's also part of one of the only boss fights I'm not actually keen on, Poseidon fight, which will be very soon. It's been a while since I've played this, quite clearly. I'm used to the Ascension controls. Fuckers. Forgot they could still survive without legs. Feels like zombies all over again.
Has me. I cannot move, Kratos. Free me!
Someone... Not really much to talk about this morning, is there? Oh fuck, no, don't do that. I'm not used to not having the combat grapple anymore. We'll get it once I get the Blades of Exile, which will be once I've done Poseidon. I mean, even then, I'm used to just tapping R1. I must admit, I quite like the combat system in Ascension. I find it is quite a bit more polished. I hate mashing buttons though. It's not as bad as God of War 1 though. I must admit, I'm not actually a fan of God of War 1. Probably because I'm too used to the third one. But I find the quick time events are a bit annoying just because the ones where you gotta mash the button, you gotta mash it insanely fast. And otherwise it won't work. God of War 2 kind of fixed this, which is good, obviously. Also, most of it was circled around Pandora's Temple. Which I know people are going to say, oh, well, this is completely around Mount Olympus. So that's fair enough, but this, I find this one has varied scenery. With God of War 1, it gets quite boring quite quick. I mean, you're in the city of Athens, and then you're in a desert, then for at least half the time you're playing, you're in Pandora's Temple, and that does not change for ages. And then of course, you're back in Athens, well you're in Hades for a little bit, in the annoying little balancing area. Don't fall off the spikes, kind of thing. I will admit, fair enough, it was their first try, and I'd say for a first try, they actually did pretty well. So I'm not going to hold that against them. God of War 2 fixed a lot of the problems that I found in God of War 1. And I know a lot of people like God of War 1. I'm not saying it's a really bad game, I'm just saying I personally don't like it. Oh, no. It's weird as well. Poseidon has, like, water horses. I no understand. Oh, wait, magic. Fuck it. Oh, there we go. Contact sensitive attack. I'm actually not too bothered about quick time events. Unless they're like really, really simple. Like the DLC in the original Force Unleashed, that made it a bit too simple. Like in my opinion. On God of War, I reckon did it actually quite well. I mean, you look at all those things that Kratos pulls off during these quick time events. It's like, sure, but it's got to be something that looks good. And can you imagine being able to do something like this with normal controls? Because I honestly can't. You'd have to program a near limitless. Sorry, controller keeps disconnecting because it's connected to the fucking charge kit. For some reason it's a bit faulty. I mean, for one enemy that could require any of these dynamic kills, they'd have to program a ton of possibilities. And obviously you got to make sure you're moving in the right direction, you're pushing all this shit at the right time, etc. In a way, it'd still be a quick time event, just a bit more complex. But I mean, it'd be really difficult to get right, that kind of shit. So I mean, quick time events, I reckon, are a bit. They're a bit I wouldn't say underrated. They just got a bit too much hate, in my opinion. I can see why people don't like them, but you got to think, how else would they do things like this? Aside from cutscenes. But I mean, there's too many enemies to do this. I mean, a few of the kill animations don't actually require any quick time events, and they are just little cutscenes. But you just got to think about how else would they do that thing. No, fuck. I just got meleeed by an archer. I must really suck at this game now. Yeah, it really has been a while since I've actually played this game. I was playing Ascension, but the control scheme is just a little bit different. Surely any normal person would die from that. I'm surprised that didn't touch Gaia's heart. Oh dear. I remember when I was first trying to get into this game, after the only other God of War games I played were the PSP ones. The first God of War game I ever had was Ghost of Sparta, but the controller stopped again. And then obviously I had Chains of Olympus before that. Bloody thing. I'm just taking the charge kit out. Oh, fuck. That was pathetic already. Whoa, no. Nearly missed that. It's a shame I've only got 3 trophies left in this game. Hey, quick time. Did that one survive? Yes, he survived.